Yeah, it looks like they're trying to bring out a patient. I did see one person that's on a stretcher. So you see the firefighters there just waiting to pull one person out of there from this 7-story building that has collapsed on the other side. When we first arrived on scene, we saw them treating 2 other people on the ground. And I'm going to stay close in this shot because they're getting ready to take that one person out. But all the damage is on the west side of this building. Again, it's a 7-story building that collapsed, and as I zoom out, you won't be able to see all that damage because it's on the opposite side. However, we're waiting for them to bring out this patient. Of course, we're still trying to confirm what all the injuries are. Erica?
Yeah, we saw a second ago, it wasn't on TV, but we were just looking at the Sky 13 view, and we saw the stretcher there on the ground. Looks like they're waiting for whoever is going to come out. So the good news here is that they have crews ready and willing to assist. Hopefully, with whatever patient is there, hopefully there are minor injuries, but we know that they, of course, are trying to work quickly to make sure that they minimize any kind of serious effects here.
Yeah, and Tammy, we do want to stay on this shot as they try to get that person that you mentioned out of the building. But if you could just describe to us the damage you saw, does it look like an internal collapse, or are you able to see a lot of damage outside of the building?
It's a lot of damage to the top of the building. It looks like possibly 1 or 2 stories collapsed. I'll zoom out here just a little bit so you can see the damage. Again, it's on the right side of your screen right there on the top of the roof. And again, you can barely make out that patient inside the 7th floor, but they do have him on a stretcher waiting to try to bring him out there. And you can see those firefighters will be bringing him down that way. Meanwhile, as I zoom out, not going to try to lose the shot here, but at the bottom of your screen on the left-hand side, there's an ambulance there that they are treating at least 2 people. There was 5 workers that I saw there. It only looked like they were actively treating 2 other people, but there was another 3. So 5 on the ground, 1 person in here. Of course, we're still trying to confirm all this information on the injuries, but again, a lot of damage to the west side of that building.
Yes, and Tammy Rose telling us about this patient inside. If he's on a stretcher, that means that it appears as though he's received some type of medical treatment from first responders. The good news there. We'll, of course, continue to monitor these pictures here and see if they're able to bring this person out.
Yeah, we're going to stay on this for a moment to try to see if we can get that glimpse of the worker who is inside there. It looks like they're still, of course, trying to talk to him. There's some people who are inside with him on a stretcher, and it looks like it's happening right now.
Yes, it does look like they're bringing him out. We see the firefighters through this window on the right side of your screen here as they try to bring him out onto this. There he comes. It looks like he's coming out right now, lifting up on that stretcher. There's not a lot of room in those trucks, but it looks like they are managing to get him up on this.
Yeah, and of course this is a type of extraction and rescue that only the fire department can do, and the brave men and women of those departments there, but they have the equipment to get up that high and bring them down on the bed, if you will. So we're waiting to see just how extensive this worker's injuries are. We were told there are multiple injuries, a couple people, according to our Sky I-13 reporter, Tammy Rose, who possibly could have been treated, but we're waiting to find out the full details here.
And you can see, since we're zoomed in, you don't get the full view, but whenever we were seeing this wider view just a moment ago, you see how high up they are. As Erica mentioned, this is an operation that the fire department has to do, and they're lowering that patient down right now. I'm not sure if all the firefighters are back in that bucket truck as they lower them back down, but as Tammy zooms out, you see
very high,
just high up, how high up they are, and they're being slowly lowered back down. Hopefully those injuries are minor, and as Tammy mentioned, seems like some other people already been brought down, already been treated.
And of course, it's too early to tell what exactly caused this collapse, of course. I mean, we don't necessarily think it was a particularly windy day or any kind of elements like that, a storm, anything like that. But we'll have to, of course, see what comes out of the investigation. But we do know that it looks like the roof and at least one of those floors collapsed. So hopefully the construction worker that you see there on the bed isn't too hurt.
Yeah, it's quite a bit of damage that Tammy was describing to us. And you can see them lowering this patient, how slowly and carefully they're doing that. It looks like that stretcher is up on top of that bucket that the man is laying down, so you're not able to have him stand up in that with you. So
yeah, he's completely flat, and they're obviously waiting for him eagerly on the ground.
Right, they're ready
to either,
treat him.
Treat him or transport him to the hospital if need be. So this is all happening real time right now. Call came in about an hour ago, Stephen, we're told, and
Right.
so they've been working since then trying to make sure everybody is out of the building and everybody is treated who needs treatment.
Yes, it looks like the first call came in at 8:51 about this building. Again, this is 3498 North Main near I-45. The 7th floor, the top floor of this building collapsed. Appears to have injured a few people that we've seen on the scene being treated by first responders. We do have a crew on their way there. Bree Berry is on her way to get the latest from the scene. We'll, of course, bring you updates from her through our 11 a.m. newscast as well as online at ABC 13. We do want to leave you, though. We'll continue watching these pictures with you as we watch this rescue underway for this building collapse.